Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning, and hoping you have a great day. We got a great story here we're going to talk about here in a minute. So good morning, Rosa and Debbie and Nativity. Jeanette, good to have you on with us this morning. Michael from Wawa, Jordan, Tammy, Christy, Jerry, Claudette, and Nick. Good morning. I'm enjoying my coffee this morning. As I always do, I have my vitamin C. Jeanette and Katharina and Denise and Meredith, how are you? Lorraine from BC. Man, you're up early, Lorraine. Madeline, how are you? Rowena and Sherry and Sandra. Good morning. Jerry from Nouveau Brunswick. Francine, Diane, and Yolande. I know I can start the show when I see Yolande there. Okay, Marin, how are you? Bernice, Janelle, good to have you on. Catherine, Debbie, Deborah, but I call you Debbie. Karina, Lorraine. Okay, here we go. This study is going to blow your socks away. Okay? Hot off the press from the British Medical Journal. And it's talking about, yesterday we talked about the, the unintended consequences. The unintended consequence. We talked about reducing your cholesterol in your brain. The premise right from the beginning was wrong, and it's led to a disaster in healthcare, and that is reducing cholesterol. It was never true. It was never really scientific. But boy, is it ever hard to teach old dogs new tricks, isn't it? To try and get them out of that thinking. But the British Medical Journal just came out with a new study, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Okay? So, what are they saying? Okay? What are they saying? Give you the headline. Time to stop counting calories. Okay? Time to promote dietary changes that substantially and rapidly reduce cardiovascular morbidity and mortality. Headlines from the British Medical Journal. Fascinating stuff. I didn't even flag it. My neighbor did and sent it to me. I would have flagged it probably sometime today. But I didn't. My neighbor flagged it, sent it to me. Time to stop counting calories. We're going to develop this a little bit so that you know where this article is taking us to. Okay? And time to instead promote dietary changes that substantially and rapidly reduce cardiovascular morbidity and mortality. Okay, so let me develop this for you because it has everything to do with what we talked about yesterday. The focus in medicine, I gave you a good history yesterday on why that happened. It started with a guy named Ansel Keys. I gave you a little bit of nutrition history and how the whole world went for it. And really, it was never true, to the detriment of society. So people got away from eating bacon and eggs and started eating cereal. Instead of having butter, they were using margarine. Instead of using lard and butter to cook with, they started using vegetable oils. It changed everything. Did it make us any healthier? No. No. I emphasize in my new book coming out soon that the only dent in heart disease in the last 50 years, the only dent that happened, and it happened in cancer too, for the same reason. Heart disease in the 1980s, for a period of about 5 to 6 years, heart disease went down, cancer rates went down, when people stopped smoking. It was the only dent. With all the money we have spent, all the money we've spent in research and giving to the Cancer Society and giving to the Heart Association, the only dent ever made, and now it's not happening anymore. The dent stopped. There was a little downward trend, and then it come right back up again. Why? Because something took over smoking. The new smoking is, you guys know this, sugar. So, interestingly, in the medical journal, the British Medical Journal, they talked about if you have a heart attack, 99% of it, it's a very slow process to clog up a major artery. It's very slow. But it's a process that takes many, many years. The scary part, and I've been saying this for a long time, kids today, because of their diets, the first thing that happens when you have insulin resistance, I've taught you this before, but I want to teach it again because this is very significant. The first thing that happens in insulin resistance, too much insulin because you're eating too many carbs, and children, this is happening to children. The first thing that happens in insulin resistance is blood vessels. They lose their elasticity. You don't even know that. There's really no symptoms. but the little Teflon layer, your endothelial cells in your blood vessels, they lose their slipperiness. They get stiff. And over a period of time, it starts to develop plaque. And they're showing that children, it first starts with they lose their elasticity of their blood vessels. Plaque starts forming, but it takes a long time. And one way they can measure it, according to the British Medical Journal, is they look at the abdominal aorta. And when they do imaging, even in teenagers, if kids have had a bad diet, especially obese children, they have streaks on imaging of atherosclerosis. What's atherosclerosis? It's a big word. It's just that you're starting to develop plaque. Imagine in the abdominal aorta. So, guys, this is significant. This finding in the British Medical Journal is significant because they say in order for you to have a heart attack, it takes a long time. It's your diet. It's the diet full of crappy carbs, crappy oils, and crappy sugar. Detrimental to our society. The problem in medicine, the problem is that they wait till you have a heart attack. They wait till you have a heart attack. Listen, you don't want to see me. You want to get to emergency as fast as you can. I get it. But that's when medicine, and then here's what their treatment is. You are going to get a cocktail. If anyone has ever had a heart attack, here's the cocktail. You're on statins, cholesterol-lowering medication. You're on aspirin or a blood thinner. You're on BP, blood pressure medication, whether your blood pressure was normal or not, whether your cholesterol was normal or not. You get a cocktail of medication. That's treatment. And prevention, and I mentioned this to you before, one of the number one podcasts that I ever did, we had, I can't remember how many views, 700 or 800,000 views, was on aspirin. And where the CDC was telling the makers of aspirin, quit telling people to take this on a daily basis. If you're having a heart attack, yes, if you can, or a stroke, if you're, someone around you or whatever can give you an aspirin, it can help dissolve the clot. But they're saying, don't take it every day. I brought out the research. I brought out that study. And it was the number one podcast that I ever did. Teaching. Because that's part of the cocktail. But what the British Medical Journal is saying, if you change your diet, it's better than the cocktail of medication, even after you've had a heart attack. And they don't want you counting calories because the American Heart Association, the American cardiologist, they recommend a low-fat diet if you've had a heart attack. I've talked to several people in the last couple of weeks that have had heart attacks, online or whatever, and they've all been given the same diet. Cut out the meat, maybe a little bit of chicken, low fat. But what the British Medical Journal is saying, it's just the opposite. They're saying, forget the low fat, go high fat. Now tell me where you've heard that before. Go high fat. And here's what they're saying. Here's the findings. They're saying this, the British Medical Journal, that the changes in your blood vessels when you change your diet are rapid. When you increase your cholesterol in your diet, your blood vessels get better rapidly. The plaque starts repairing rapidly. Their biggest thing is using fish oil. Eat lots of, they're saying eat it. Well, I have fish oil. Okay, I brought it out. I brought my therapy out this morning. You see it? For those on a podcast, I'm showing my fish that I consume every day. I tell people I have fish every day in a capsule. I wish I liked it. But for you people that like it, don't count calories. Ooh, even weight loss, you know me with that. It's not calories. It's not calories. The British Medical Journal is saying, eat fish. They're also telling you, you can do it therapeutically if you want, to take 5 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, what's olive oil's secret? What's it called? You should know this. What's the secret of olive oil? Obviously, it lubricates. Oleic acid. O-L-E-I-C. Oleic acid. Found in olive oil and, tell me, bacon. Have bacon every day. Somebody asked me yesterday, how many eggs can I have a week? 100? Don't count calories. Olive oil? I like it. I do. This is better. You see, the reason I like this high DHA oil is because I know it's good for my blood vessels. I know it's good for my heart. But the other advantage is how good it is for the brain. This repairs the brain. Your brain is made up of this oil. DHA. Your brain, 20% of your brain. Your brain's not made up of oleic acid, even though that's good for you, according to the British Medical Journal. Take 5 tablespoons of olive oil a day, tablespoons. I like that. That's a good idea. I probably have 5 tablespoons of oleic acid every day when I eat my bacon. But what they're saying, this is significant, guys. What they're saying is the changes to your blood vessels are rapid. The healing takes place. Now listen. Listen, Linda. Listen. I therapeutically had a heart food last night. Every bit as good as this. It's called vitamin S, steak. A heart food. A heart food. Oh, it's a brain food too. You can see why I get so excited. Because I've been preaching this for so long, I get tired of listening to myself. You know, when you do the reset, eggs, meat, and cheese, you're repairing your blood vessels. For 2 reasons. 1, you're lowering your insulin. Remember, the key. They do talk about it a little bit, but in the British Medical Journal. But the key to the reset is what? Getting your insulin down. Insulin is meant to have a part-time job. Insulin creates inflammation. And when you do the reset, you're lowering your inflammation almost immediately. Now, a lot of people are thinking, well, yeah, if I have sore joints, I have inflammation. A lot of people don't realize inflammation is mostly silent. It's like leaky gut. You don't know you have it. For a lot of people, they don't know. One of the characteristics of inflammation, by the way, is you're not up to snuff. You're not feeling, like the ever-ready bunny. It's one of the first signs. But that inflammation is damaging the blood vessels, and it does it rapidly. It takes some time maybe before you have a heart attack or a stroke. But you're damaging those blood vessels early. So, isn't this significant? Think about this. The new medication for heart disease is food. Cut back on your carbs, especially sugar, and increase your healthy fat. Eggs, meat, and cheese. Cream. Fish. It's amazing. It's amazing, apparently. It don't take long to reverse atherosclerosis. Well, here's what they found. Let me just tell you a little bit about smoking. Again, smoking, when they cut back, let's say you're a good eater, but you smoke. When I told you this last week, I was going into Costco or whatever, and I just about died. I mean it, I just about died. I'm going in, and I see two people. They just got out of Costco, and they couldn't get their mask down fast enough, not to breathe, but to have a cigarette. Oh, man. I said, why wear a mask? I mean, what's worse, the virus or cigarettes? Are you kidding me? I found it so ironic. Like I'm dying. They rush outside, mask down, whoop, and then smoking. Oh. Anyway. Okay. Now let me tell you what else the journal said. Okay. I told you about the little trick with olive oil. You don't have to use olive oil. I just got to tell you this. I prefer the high DHA oil. It's better because it does a multitude of things, and especially for your brain. And you know what? I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose that. And that's why I'm big on using high DHA oil. Not all omega-3 is equal, by the way. But anyway, all omega-3 is good. Some are just a whole lot better. That's all I'm saying. And that's been my experience. It's amazing. I got to finish the smoking. When you quit smoking, this is where they saw it, that if you just quit smoking, for those who smoke, that helps your blood vessels rapidly too. Problem is you can't quit smoking and then eat crap. You got to do both. Here's part of the study too, what they found. You know me on, there's one seed that I like. Is it hemp? Yeah, not bad. But what the study showed too is flaxseed for lowering your blood pressure. Now don't take flax oil. That becomes rancid very quick. I don't like the oil. I like you eating, it's part of my Dr. Martin's Perfect Smoothie, and I told you that you can use those seeds in a smoothie even during the reset. It's the only one I allow. Now, if you got diverticulosis or whatever, now don't do it. But here's what the study showed. It reduces your blood pressure. Like, I know what it does for cancer, ladies and gentlemen, because flax seeds have, let's see if you remember your notes. What is the main thing about flax seeds? Very unique to that seed. It starts with an L. Lignans. Lignans block estrogen. So important in breast cancer and prostate cancer. All breast cancers, all of them, are influenced by estrogen. Oh, Dr. Martin, my doctor said no, it's not estrogen. Yes, it is. It's estrogen and insulin, the growth hormones. Estrogen makes cancer grow. You want to block it. You need estrogen, okay? But don't worry. There's so much estrogen in the world today because of what we call xenoestrogens. Anything that's not natural. It's in plastic, it's in food, it's in the environment, it's in every chemical cleaner that you can. Oh, this is why I'm so uptight about these hand sanitizers. Oh, anyway, I don't want to get sidetracked. I want it to stick to your heart. Because, guys, it's not cholesterol. It's insulin. Starts damage early to your blood vessels. But you can reverse it with your diet. Won't take long. It won't take long. I mean, all the other benefits, of course, you're emptying out your liver, you're lowering your triglycerides. You lower your triglycerides and elevate your good cholesterol, HDL, with a high-fat diet. Hello? Hello? And what the article is saying, use flax seeds too. Woohoo! They're good for you. They'll lower your blood pressure. I better take some more because my blood pressure goes up when I get excited. Okay. Shift away from calories, guys. Shift away from calories. Who cares? People always try and get me to, they always try and do this to me. How many calories should we have on the reset? I don't care. I don't. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't care about you. I just don't care about calories. Never have and never will. Oh, Doc, how many? You're not getting a number out of me. It's like somebody asked me yesterday. What numbers do you like for cholesterol? I don't. I don't. I don't. I won't bite. Because I'm not looking for that. When you're looking at cholesterol, total cholesterol and LDL and all that, you're looking for love in all the wrong places. It's not important. Because it's not the cause. Why would you want to talk about something that's not the cause? Now, you want to talk to me about triglycerides. That's different. I like low triglycerides. And I like lots of cholesterol in your HDL. That's what I look at. Your diet will do it. It's a diet thing. It's not a medication. It's a diet thing. I can elevate your HDL with fish oil. You can elevate your HDL with steak. You'll lower your triglycerides when you get off your carbs. It's as simple as that. What causes triglycerides? Carbs. What causes triglycerides? Sugar. Yeah. And you're not different than you're not different than anyone else in that area. It's your diet. And where this is occurring is within your liver. The reset is meant to empty your liver. When you lower your insulin, you empty your liver. You want a detox? There's not a better detox in the world. Empty your liver. Oh, doc, what about milk thistle? Yeah, okay. I'm not against it. I just like empty it. It's food. The suitcase is full. That is going to affect your blood vessels. Because triglycerides, they're dangerous if they're high. Okay. How did you like that? Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting study. I enjoyed it. Okay. So, any questions for Friday? Question and answer, send them in. And try and answer all your questions. If you got questions on here, that's all right. Ask your questions. We try and answer them, okay? Doesn't have to be necessarily on Friday. Our staff is fantastic. Nick and Jeanette and Brandy. They are the best. Okay? So they're there for you. And, you know, if they don't know what the answer, they ask me. Okay. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.